Halo fans around the world. I hope your bodies are ready. We are in the grand final of the Halo World Championship ANZ Regional Final. I'm in Maniac, joined by my brother-in-arms, Milo Ross. He goes by Wrath, and we're going to be bringing you all the action of this best of 7 series. Wrath, this is going to be intense. Immunity versus Exile5. I can't wait to get into the action.
Cannot wait to sink our teeth into this incredible series. We have seen so much amazing Halos today, Josh, and we just saw Immunity beat Authority. We saw an incredible series between Exile5 and Prime, and now we get to see the winners of both clash hands and heads and feet, knees and elbows here in the grand final.
I am so excited. During the break, I got my pull-ups on because I may be a little from excitement. It's going to be intense. Guys, we're going to go into the action pretty soon, but we, of course, have to go to a quick interview and check out the captains of these teams once again. It is, of course, Team Immunity versus Exile5. I'll hand it over to Ben. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Maniac. Yes, I am here with Bald and with Hef. These guys are the captains for our grand final here at the ANZ Regional in Sydney, Australia. Bald, I'm going to have a chat to you first. You guys are through. You're the first essentially Kiwi team. You may as well be, right? Through to the World Championships to represent your country and our region. How are you guys feeling right now?
Oh, feeling pretty good, eh? It's a pretty crazy feeling because we had a lot of support, which obviously I respect. Like, I shout out to everyone who supported my team and me, of course, you know. But yeah, it's just a crazy feeling. I'm happy that we made it.
For sure. Now, real talk here. Did you guys coming into this genuinely, realistically expect to be one of the 2 representatives going through the Worlds?
Yeah.
Why? What about this? We've got 5 other awesome teams. We've got Team Immunity. What made you confident that you guys would pull through?
I think our team is really well rounded. We have Ads, who's just a beast. He's good at working stuff out. We have Colt, who's one of the goats. And Zirkle, he's a hidden goat. He is.
A hidden goat. You heard it here, guys. Now, Hef, over to you. Perhaps you might have a couple of better answers than that. But what I want is an answer from you. You dropped a map against Authority. You guys, again, we heard you weren't going to drop a map in Australia. You lost to Citadel. You lost. Now, I'm going to keep bringing it up. You put it out there, you're going to get it back. What happened up against Authority? They actually played pretty well, to be perfectly honest.
Just a disclaimer, that wasn't me, that was Voltage, so just throwing that out there. No, honestly, we just didn't come out hot like we needed to. Like I said, if we didn't come and firing, anyone can take games off us. I mean, we're coming up against X5, we saw them come out hot against Prime and just absolutely destroyed them the first game, so we're going to really have to bring it if we want to win this series.
Absolutely, and I think we've all seen the Exile5 really have shown it today. Team Immunity definitely have shown up. Now, you guys, this isn't it. This is obviously the grand final. You qualified for Worlds, but right now we're competing for $7,500 for first prize, $5,000 for second. That's US dollars, which, to be fair, in both Kiwi and Australian dollars is pretty significant at the moment. So these are some big bucks. In addition to that, you guys are going for first seed here, and that's obviously really important when you're talking about Worlds and you're talking about where you're going to end up, as the boys were saying before. So back to you, Hef. The score realistically, I assume you believe you're going to win. What are we going to see?
Hopefully, if we come out strong, can stick to our game plans, I reckon it should end up about 4-2 maybe to us.
You got to put that clarification on the end. 4-2 to Immunity. Bald, you guys coming through to this, before I go for a score, how are you guys feeling? Like, are you nervous? This is a pretty big game. Are you relieved? Have you given up already? Not because you're going to lose, because you might win, but because you've already won. You're through to Worlds, so you're going to bring it this game.
I mean, yeah, we're going to try our hardest. We came here for what we wanted, and that was to get to Worlds. So that's one step done. Beating Immunity will be good, and I think it'll be like a 4-3 to us if we do win. But yeah.
4-3 to Exile5. So a little bit more reasonable scorelines. I think we're going to have a very, very close match. So back to you, Josh, at the desk.
Thank you very much, Sam, man. You've had Bald, you've had Heaven, of course. They spat their predictions there. I think we'll go into ours a little bit later, Miles, because we haven't done predictions really so far through to the day, but I think for the grand final, we're going to have to do that. For now, we need to have a quick look at how these teams got here. We'll check out the bracket and how it went down. Obviously, after group play, it's straight away semi-finals. We had 4 of the best teams in our region. Just previously, we saw Exile5 take down Prime in that 4-1 fashion. Same score there to Team Immunity. Authority fighting the good fight, but in the end, it wasn't enough. As we know, only one winner will be crowned today, but both teams here in this grand final are, of course, going through to the Halo World Championship, fighting for their share of $2 million, which, you know, Sandman pointed out exchange rates, that's in the billions here for both Australia and New Zealand, I'm pretty sure. But a lot of money up for grabs. And, of course, there is today's prizes we have to talk about. $15,000 US up for grabs between our teams. And as we know, Prime and Authority sharing that third spot. They got 1,250, and now these two teams are fighting it out for the big money, 7,500 for first spot. Miles, it's definitely nothing to sneeze at.
It is nothing to sneeze at whatsoever. That's a hefty chunk of change, something that I would love to personally take home, and I'd buy myself a nice steak dinner or something, pat ourselves on the back after a fantastic show. But we're far from finished, Josh. We're far from finished.
Indeed, we are. Of course, this is Team Exile5 versus Immunity. We'll check out both of these teams right now. You should know them, but just in case you're tuning in, we've got Voltage, Seduce, Benno, and then Captain Hef. They make up Team Immunity. Then, of course, Exile5 Colt. This guy has been slaying all day. He's going to be opening a deli shop, I hear, because he's going ham. Adds the lone Australian on the squad is going to be trying to keep his Kiwi guys in check, but they're going nuts. Bald, the bearded god right there, and Zirkle, just a freak of pure Halo nature right there. I reckon this is such a great lineup because Immunity, they've always been the favoured squad. They are the many times we've coined them the God Squad of our region. But Exile5, you know, they've come over, they're repping the Kiwis, they're also going to be repping our region on the world stage, we know. But they really want to bring it and prove that they can take down the top dogs.
It would be amazing for them to travel over, for both teams to travel over to the World Champs and to be able to represent to the world that, yeah, we were the best from the region. We won that final game and we did it in such an exciting fashion. To be able to show that, wear that medal on your chest on the world scene, I mean, the prestige there, it's priceless.
Immunity on your screen right there. Voltage on the right-hand side. Carmen Collector Benno right next to him. And then, of course, we're going through Exile5 as they're on your screen. He participated in the World Cyber Games 2008 for Halo 3. And then you're going to have, of course, Bald right there and then Zirkle to cap off this team. Like, such strong lineups for both. I've got chills getting ready for this one. I'm completely pumped. We need to have a look at the series and how this one is going to go down. Truth, capture the flag. There's no other way to start off this best of 7 series. Rig Slayer, Empire Strongholds, and Coliseum capture the flag will be your confirmed game types after that. If we get to them, which I'm sure we will, we're going to see Regret Team Slayer, the Rig Strongholds, and then if we make a Game 7, which I honestly hope we do, because what a way to finish a grand final, we'll be seeing Plaza Team Slayer. Miles, Wrath, are you ready to rock and roll? Are you truly, do you feel it in your bones? Because there's a strange, pulsating sensation going through my body. This is sounding very not PG.
Right now.
But I'm excited, is all I know.
All I know is I'm excited. There's a certain throbbing, and boy howdy, we're ready to get this one on the way. Capture the flag on Truth. For those at home who are watching who are maybe unaware, there are 2 flags on the map, one red, one blue. Both teams will be looking to take that flag back to, take the enemy's flag back to their base and score. First to 3 caps wins. And then, you know, that's the end of the game, frankly. Anyway, let's kick this one off with the boys in red and see, just see what they can bring to this one. They're, of course, on board with Seduce. Let's see how he kicks this one off. He's going to be trying to grab the camo. Of course, camouflage is extremely important on this map. it's basically one of the keys to victory when it comes to a solid flag capture. And Seduce, look, this is a very, very slow and unusual start. And then comes Ads to burn that one. He's going to grab it. Actually, he may not burn it. I've spoken too soon. He did get out of there. But look at that, 3 down already for Exile5. Josh, that is a very, very powerful start for them right now. And as you can see, Seduce, they've gone straight into that base. They want that flag. They are absolutely desperate to get it. I'm sticking on board with Seduce because he's doing nothing but damage for this team. Look at that, 1 kill. That's another 3 down there for Exile5. Immunity are absolutely running the show. This game is it's a matter of minutes into it already, and Seduce has made that flag halfway across the map. This is absolutely tremendous for them right now. Exile5 have had no answer to this, and look at that, in one go, a flag capture. 1 on the board there for Immunity. That is an amazing start to this game.
I was talking to some guys previously about how dominant Exile5 have been. I expected this one to be a real nail-biting series. I'm sure it will, but as you can see there, it took Immunity less than a minute to get a cap on the board. And that's like stereotypical Immunity right there, you know? They're looking like they're on the back foot, but then you go, oh wait, yeah, they are the God Squad, and this is how we see them open up. I still feel we're going to get a response from Exile5. Whether it will be in this game or not is the question.
I'm excited to jump over to a member of Exile5 in just a moment. Let's have a quick look at Colt. Colt, the man, the myth, the hidden goat, as his very eloquent teammate Bald just put. Whatever that means, we're not quite sure at this stage, but we will work that one out in due course. Colt now sitting inside red base. Immunity now doing absolutely everything they can to get him out there, but we see 2 kills for Exile5. That means 2 members of Immunity are left alive. That's the 3rd. There goes the flag. Absolute textbook play now for them. 3rd member of Immunity now has respawned, so they should be back out on the field. However, there comes the pressure. You can see Hayden on the other side of the map putting shots on the carbine spawners. This is very, very big for them right now. And look at that great exchange there. 2 members down now for Exile5. There is the capture on the board. I was a little bit late to the party, but no worry. There's still a drink waiting for me. 1-1 at this moment. Boy, this is a fantastic start to this game. Let's see how Immunity can respond to this one. On board with Benno, who had a stunning series last series against Authority. Can he bring the same thunder to this one now against Exile5? P2 control is almost in his hands there. Colt's going to be brought down. Turns around for Bald. He goes for the thrust, but no match for the Kiwi Hope, who's going to be doing massive amounts of damage there to him. Good stuff there. Still 1 on the board. Let's have a quick look at Zerkil, the man, the myth, the killing machine. There's too many men's and myths in this game, if I'm honest. I'm going to tone that one down just a tad. But look at that, he's brought down there, and look at big play here from Immunity. Let's have a look at that triple kill from Seduce. He managed to grab that one. Here we go, Camo on the go. Let's see what he does now.
Yeah, I mean, this is so vital for Seduce to have this camo, you know. Straight away, we saw Exile5 return serve there from that cap a little earlier, and now he's going pretty much huge right here with that camo. They got the flag out, but unfortunately, he did get shut down, and Immunity, they were slayed out, so they're not really in a position to make a move. So Exile5, they just need to defend this one until they can get that return and then push out.
I love that slide. Look at Seduce making it all the way over P2, getting into the action as quick as he can. There we go, bringing down another member of Exile5 there. This is nice work here from the guys in red. They're doing a lot of damage to the other team. That flag's over halfway now. He's going to be moving that one to his base. You can see he's got a little bit of help from his team. However, Exile5 do have their flags. So now with both flags out, neither one can score until they manage to get that return. Now, can we see Immunity creep into the base of Exile5 and get that flag cap? Let's have a look on the other side of the board. Zerkil there. I think we'd like to have a look at the man with the flag, which is Colt, to see what he does in a defensive position at this level of Australian Halo. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It looks like the flag's been dropped, but look at that top mid player. He's going to stick to that flag. Shots, good shots there on Benno. He's going to do a lot of damage and get the kill. Nice defensive play, and he's managed to get the flag carrier. And look at that. His teammates are now in position. Bald's going to get the kill. Can he get the return? This is absolutely huge for them. Could be a second cap on the board. And look, it doesn't seem like they did get the return. The flag is still out and about. I'm just waiting for something to happen there. Huge job. There is the return. 2-1 now to Exile5. Great job from them in this game. This is unparalleled stuff. 2-1. I really thought Immunity were going to have the advantage here early on. They seem to open so strong, but Exile5 have answered right back, and they are punishing those plays right now. Good choices from them in here to return those flags. Let's have a quick look at Seduce, who's doing everything he can, fighting tooth and nail to keep his team in it. This is exceptional stuff from them. Absolutely, look at that powerful grenade there. Looks like he's going to get a bit of damage on his teammate there. Now Seduce, storm rifle in hand. This is what I absolutely love to see. Let's see him get in close and personal. Benno with the gut punch there, absolutely eliminating Zerkil. But pressure now is on. Immunity are now trapped in their base. Red 1. You can see the red markings on the wall shows you that they're in familiar territory, but that's not where they want to be right now. They want to be out in the stronger positions of the map. Let's see what they can do to get out of here and find their footing on this map once more.
I'm just glad they've made it past the 5-minute mark. We've seen the majority of Capture the Flags on Truth not even make the 5-minute mark. Usually they're all over by then, but as you can see here, we've got the fight on our hands. Immunity, Exile5, they've gone back and forth. If the trend continues, we'll hopefully be seeing another cap on the board from Exile5 to get it down to that final cap. But, you know, both teams, they seem to be a little stale right now, fighting each other back and forth. So it's really going to be about whoever can just get the next advantage on the map. Obviously, getting pick control is absolutely vital. And you can see Seducey is teaming up with Taj to do that. But Seducey's going to be caught out on his own. Taj got taken down up top, and then they came and wrapped around Seduce on the bottom. So now Immunity are going to be on the back foot, and that's Exile5 up in their base.
Great job there. Look at Ads covering the flag. Now it's moving. Let's have a quick look at that flag carrier. Bald is going to be taking shots. He's now spotted. Good job for dropping that flag. He's got it up the pink ramp, but he's not quite made it. Ads still alive. He's going to keep this dream moving. Is this going to be a third cap? No. It looks like Immunity are going to respond. Let's jump on board with Voltage, who's going to try and prevent this flag making it across the map. You can see those nades going in. Good job. He's trying to prevent anyone touching that flag. And it looks like someone grabbed it, but Colt is going to be brought down. The hidden goat is going to be killed there. Now, it's still flag on the move. It looks like Immunity now. They need to take that time. But look at that splinter grenade placement. Immunity said this to me before the game. They said the one thing they need to really watch out for Exile5 is their splinter nade usage. They are all master splinters for those of you who grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Much love. And look at that. 3-1. They managed to get that final cap. And there we see Exile5 take that first game. And look at that incredible beginning. It seems like the boys are just laughing now. They're having a great time on that main stage. Josh, is this how you saw this go?
Well, to be honest, I kind of did. I thought that Immunity were going to be caught off the back foot. And yeah, it seems to have gone that way. I mean, in a previous series, Exile5 versus Prime, Capture the Flag on Truth. Sure, it went down to that 3-2 scoreline, but with Colt, the hidden goat, going 23-9, I knew they were going to stand out on CTF Truth. Immunity have been dominant, but nothing that really stood out as special to me on this map and game type anyway. So I was kind of feeling that Exile5 would take this map, and here they do, 3-1, and it was a great start to them. And if you want to take down the God Squad that is Immunity, this is how you start.
Look at that, 14 assists for Colt, 12 for Zirkle. For those at home, that means that they assisted their teammates in getting a kill. Absolutely incredible stuff from them. Again, that just goes to show the teamwork. Everyone's listening to one another. They're all making a lot of noise on those headphones, and boy, are they listening. Actively listening, one could say. Again, 18-12, 16-12 kills up front for Ads and Bald. It seems like Colt and Zirkle were the feeders, and they were just spooning those kills in Ads and Bald, making sure they're nice and full. A glutton for murder, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a very apt way to describe that, with 14 and 12 assists, respectively, to Colt and Zirkle. It was great stuff. Overall, awesome teamwork. Ads and Bald leading the way in regards to slaying. But, I mean, Immunity, let's touch on them for a little bit, because I feel they've got their place now, and they're now just hit ice. Because they wanted to go overseas. They want that spot, and sure, they're trying to get their best seed possible. But Exile5 have the fire in their belly, and again, they have something to prove. You know, they really want to get into this one. And Immunity, they can kind of just throw this aside, because they've won countless local tournaments. With all of that said, there is no way that I'm going to give them a free pass right here. Immunity, if you lose this one, I am calling Exile5 the better team. So no one's getting a free pass. So I hope both teams know that. But yeah, I'm really feeling Exile5 in this one. And this is, we got to circle back, Miles, because I wanted to talk about predictions. We didn't get a chance to during the introduction. These guys just got straight into the action. I would like to ask you how you think this series might go down. Just for the little bit of controversy for the people here in our audience, also our viewers at home.
We love a bit of drama, and we're going to give...
Well, it's perfect screen now to have a look and how you think this one might go down.
This one's going to go down like this.
Oh.
We're going to see Exile5...
Lay it on me.
We're going to see Exile5 take game one, right? We're going to see that happen. That's cool. Rig Team Slayer.
Well, you're accurate so far.
Rig Team Slayer. Exile5 are going to take that one as well.
I've got Immunity taking that one.
Okay, this is cool. This is getting hot already. This is going to get... Bets are on. Empire Strongholds is going to go to Immunity because...
I got X5 on that.
Oh, good lordy. This is getting great. COLISEUM capture the flag. That one is going to go straight down to Immunity. Because you know what's going to happen.
Swipe on that
You know
one
what's going to
too.
happen. But for me now, it's okay. So immunity.
This wasn't planned, I swear.
This wasn't planned. This is perfect. I can't see his sheet. This is absolutely perfect. So now, for me, Exile5, they're going to hit hard, and they've got a lot of the fires in their belly. They really want those wins. But for me now, immunity, the download. You cannot forget they are programmed to win. And once that download of the team's information is complete, I know this is, for those at home watching, they are not machines, they are human beings, but they are going to be analyzing this team's play. And if they can engage those Halo brains, as opposed to just sort of playing on reflex, playing on response, if they can take that initiative, I see them taking this series. But if they have I suppose, an interruption in that connection, if the Wi-Fi signal isn't so strong and they cannot complete that download, who knows what could happen. Exile5 could take this one.
There you could. Either way, it sounds like from our predictions, you're kind of calling Regret Team Slayer to be one of the key map here in this series. Because neither of us are really expecting the Exile5 clean sweep. For me, Regret Team Slayer is the map that Immunity would need to stay alive in, because that's the one that's really questionable to me. But of course, they are strong on that. But is it not Regret Team Slayer where we saw Authority take the map off Immunity just before? I think it was.
No, Regret Team Slayer was the one where they absolutely hammered them.
Oh, there you
it
go.
was Plaza
Plaza,
TS, was
that's
the
the one I was thinking of.
50-49.
There you go.
That was the nail biter.
Excuse me, guys.
No, that's all good. It's
I was
cool.
caught up in the excitement.
It's when you're in front row with your shirt off, swinging it over your head, screaming Exile5. I mean, it's okay, Josh. If you're a fan, you're a fan. I mean, that's totally.
I'm a fan of both of these teams. I've been an Immunity fanboy for a long time, but looking at you can't ignore. You know, I always just follow facts and follow my gut on things, and you just can't ignore Exile5. Like, have you seen them? Have you even from watching their scrims yesterday, they've been so strong. But Immunity, they always have this way of just coming back and just they give you, like, once they take a series, they give you the subtle nod. They're like, yeah, you know how we are.
We got this. There you go. Let's see if we can get a subtle nod from Seduce, but it looks like he's wearing those very big cans and he's not going to hear a damn thing we say. There, of course, the members of Immunity. There is Hef, El Capitan, Coach Dark in the background. There is Benno looking way too relaxed, if you ask me. Way too relaxed.
He's about to fall asleep.
He's on the dashboard having a good time. Anyway, let's get on Team Slayer Rig because, frankly, it's one of the best game types in this lineup. A big personal favorite of mine. There, of course, is the Plasma Caster, one of the most underutilized weapons in Halo history. That we see a little bit of camo action. Everybody loves the ability to turn invisible. What would you do with camo? I'm not going to say that on stream.
It's questionable.
Let's see just how this one pans out. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we will be starting this one off with Voltage, who's going to keep things electric and going to make all our hairs stand up. Look at that, Hef's going to be brought down straight away, and looks like Camo is still going to be on the map. Let's see how this exchange unfolds. Of course, teams will be vying for control of the power weapons and the power-ups. Those both respawn on 2-minute intervals, and it is terribly exciting to keep a track of those. Let's see what's going on the Exile5 side of things. Zerk's got a sniper rifle, and he's in a very difficult position, and he almost gets the no-scope there. However, he will be taken out. Now, this is really important for them right now. Sniper rifle is in a very precarious position, and it looks like that guy got the plasma as well.
Let's have a quick look. We'll find who that sniper rifle player was over from the red team of Immunity while Colt and Bald go off right here. So we'll try and track down what happened to that power weapon. It's going to be in the hands of Benno. He picked up the headshot just before with, I believe, that Magnum, the fully loaded Friars Magnum. He's going to get that scope out right now. He spotted one heading past basement there, and he's just going to be moving back a little bit over towards this red base side. Now, he's going to be in a great position here in the middle of the map. He's going to connect with that no-scope. Excuse me, I lost my bearings over here on Nest. He's going to collect that shot right there. So Juice cleans up ads in the background. So, look, it's actually a relatively slow start, as we know, Mars. Like, it's almost over a minute gone. Usually you'd see a few more kills by now. But 5-7, Immunity are down. Make that 5-8 as Exile5 also take down that sniper player. That's a big one because now, of course, you've got Exile5 set up with that snipe.
See the push now. Exile5. Now, it's interesting to note that Immunity are not they weren't exactly in the strongest position now for winning a Team Slayer game. They had the outside control. They did have sniper rifle, which is definitely going to play into their hands. But as we see here, Exile5 are not in the most, again, they've traded places, not in the most ideal position. It looks like a member of X5 has got that sniper rifle. I want to jump on board. Wait a minute, there's a ground pound happening. Hef's going to get it in the face for the killing spree ground pound. Colt, Hidden Goat.
Crouching Tiger versus Hidden Goat. The Goat comes out on top. Colt picks that one up. Bald now. We'll be watching him off the spawn. He does have that red base spawn, as we know. Plasma Caster's up. I don't think anyone will be going that straight away. Voltage is going to be taking fire in the middle of the map. And Bald just trying to push out from this spawn. Now, generally speaking, if you could have a general setup on this map, it's really important to hold the inside of Rig on a Slayer game type, at least anyway, because obviously that gives you some better lines of sight towards the camo and also the snipe. Speaking of camo, it is up. Hef's noticed it, and he should be trying to make some moves towards it. He's going to spot Ads down low, though. He's going to finish up the kill on him, almost taken down, because, of course, Ads just had the scatter shot on him as well. So Camo, he will be in the hands of Benno, and this is vital. They're 1 kill behind. Benno can't die with this. This would be such a waste, and he just missed 3 shots. Benno needs to back up, collect himself once again, and put that Camo to use. Luckily, he stays alive there, able to get away. But look at this. It's not really playing the hugest part right here, as Exile5 are doing great at trading kills out, and they're still ahead here by 1 kill after 3 minutes of gameplay.
I'm expecting this game to change ever so slightly. As you can see, this power weapon control and camo control from Unity are very much playing into their favor, but they are still trading. Now, I do believe Voltage managed to get that sniper off. Yes, he did, and we're going to see him set up, a little bit of a close range engagement. We're going to see him set up in the ideal position here, bunker, and on that back stairwell. This is a great place to be sniping from the dock stairs, and look, you see the angle he has now on the guys at yellow, and there's the guys at the junction. He's going to be in a very, very happy place to get those snipes. But it's important that he rotates. It's important that he moves himself so the enemy doesn't know where he's coming from, and he manages to catch those guys, possibly making pushes. Ooh, that looked like it may have been a scat shot. Yeah, sorry, a plasma cast shot. That was it, and that could be one of the keys to breaking this setup. That very, very powerful weapon that can be fired quickly and basically cleans a room out with all that blue goo it shoots. There's a lot of activity happening now. This is a great push from Exile5. I'm going to just get a little bit hyped for this one. Good job there from the guys to kill that one. But look at this assault. He's going to come in there close range ball with an excellent play there to shut down that sniper. Excellent stuff there from Exile5.
Yeah, that was a great break there of the setup that Immunity have. You had the sniper over in the corner of red base, which is exactly where you want to be. Again, controlling the inside, but Bald, when he's got the scope in his hand, magic happens. As you can see, he's going to be starting off hot right here. Tagged up, unfortunately shut down before dreams could come true. Hef with the hot 5 coming out to pick that kill up. 21-19, Exile5. It may be a slight lead, Raph, but still, they have held the lead for 90% of this map so far.
I'm just waiting for a tiny bit more control from these teams to start pulling that lead away. Again, 23-21. This is about as large as the lead has been since the beginning of the game, and I love how toe-to-toe these two titans are going with one another. Excellent job there with the headshot across map. Lovely awareness from Bald, and this is good. Shots on from the rear. This is a very, very important play from now. I like that use of the thruster. I thought he was going off there. That'd have been something special. Hashtag the Kiwi Hope would have fallen to his death. 24-24 right now. This is quite a slow game. Both teams are playing this very, very methodically with quite well-constructed pushes to break those setups on one another. Voltage coming in with the big hammer. He's going to be killing him there. That was very unfortunate again. Bald having that scat shot. I'd like to see, wow, look at that plasma cast shots coming out of nowhere.
Double.
Immunity have just taken the lead now. This is the first time they've had the lead, and I want to see what Hef's doing with that scat shot, or the plasma caster, excuse me, a pooey.
It was the plasma caster that made the difference, and you called that a little earlier. That's taken down the setup Exile5 had over here in the BR base. He got the nice double kill with it, and they've secured the lead. 28-26 is where we sit. They're obviously going to be waiting for it right here. Now, of course, we need to see how Exile5 respond to this. They're down by 3. You're going to see that snipe come up in about 10 seconds. So while they set up for that, let's see if the communication from them is geared towards that sniper.
White corner now. White corner, E2. They might push barrels, guys. E2, dude. And Troll as well.
Last one hit. They just got new sniper though. They got new sniper. Bino sniper.
And next one, man. Fuck.
Weak there.
Camo.
No one hit.
What time's camo? What time is camo?
22.
Alright. Troll now. Troll just went E1.
One right back.
Sniping it, Z, one shot.
Alright, oh wait. White corner, one shot. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm bottom
Nading white corner.
I'm bottom rail. Give me time.
Oh, did you? Oh, there's one white corner, guys. Watch out. White corner still.
Above me, top rail, boys.
White, two shot on.
Top rail.
White again.
Yeah.
I hear Aiden.
Have a head.
It's Z sniping.
Camo as well, man.
Underneath them.
Sniping.
Oh my
Camo, man.
God.
Guys, it's just slow. Let's do an organized push, okay?
Yeah.
They got camo. They have camo. He's going barrels to you, Hayden.
E2 right.
Hayden, he's coming to you. They're going to push barrels with camo.
He's tagged.
Nice, dude.
Another one here.
Another. Nice, bro. Push now. One's long.
Isn't Basin with camo? Did you kill him?
Yeah, we killed him.
No, you don't. You're still there.
E2 guys are sniped.
I'm top rail. I'm here, Hayden.
Oh, I'm getting shot from like white corner or something.
Where are they?
What's the catwalk?
I died. The sniper again this.
One on this is,
Together, boys. He's on site.
Snipes all weak.
One shot long.
One shot. There's one going barrels too. Oh, fucking barrels got me. E2, bro. E2 with camo. And he glitches short.
One underneath.
Oh, wait. Owen, you're last alive. Owen, you're last alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, you just saw some great communication from Exile5 for the first half of that listen-in. Towards the end, when they lost control of Camo and then they got domed, you saw that they quietened down. And of course, when they quietened down, the kills just kept coming more and more here for Team Immunity. In Exile5, it was just at that moment, at the 6-minute mark, they've let the game slip. They've let a 2-point game stretch out to a 15-point domination now to Immunity, and that's quite a turnaround.
What a turnaround. Immunity are now the download complete. It looks like they've managed to finish the transfer of Rig TS. Incredible stuff from them. There was a moment where you could hear the players from Exile5 talking about the camos in basement group. And there was like fear in their voices. You could hear, they saw the man, just a shimmer of him as he crept past them, and they all turned and watched their back. It was like the kids in a horror movie in that wooden shack in the woods, and that serial killer was outside, and that serial killer just so happened to be Benno with camo, and he freaked the life out. And basically made him play completely differently, and that slowed down their push, and they couldn't do anything about it. And now we're seeing this now, 34 to 49. This game is all but finished for Immunity. The chances of them throwing this now are extremely slim. Even with, oh look at that, even with Cole getting the kill there on Hef with camo, that's going to be it. And what a fantastic series we're seeing so far. Very, very methodical, slow pushes from both teams. It is exceptionally it's very controlled games, Josh, so far, and I think that's what we did expect coming into this. Both teams of such a caliber, they really know what they're doing, and they're putting on quite a show for us today.
Indeed they are. That was an impressive game there from both teams, and I really feel that both of them, they were giving 110%, and it was a marathon. It was seeing who's going to run out of steam first, because it was neck and neck. And it seems like the experience of Immunity just, it pulled through, you know? And that's kind of what I expected. I did predict Immunity to take this Team Slayer on the rig. It's a pretty decent game type for these guys. And it shows there. And they really pulled away with it towards the end. It had a lot to do with camo and snipe control. And it was the fact that Exile5, they were just caught off guard. And once they got in their heads, you could tell from the communication. We went to that listen-in. You could very clearly and distinctly see the difference between the first half, where they were so into it, so pumped up, then to the second half, where it was just such a turnaround. And now with this screen up, wow, Benno went nuts. 22 for 7. Are you kidding me?
I told you, he's a serial killer. He was absolutely gunning for those guys. He was the Scream guy. He was Freddy. He was Jason. He was evil personified there for the boys of Exile5. That was a tough one for them to deal with, and they really struggled. Once Immunity had full control, they had all the toys to play with, and they were putting Exile5 in the most difficult positions possible, mostly on the outside of the map. They could play the game however they wanted.
This was the Immunity and the Benno we love to love right here. 22-7. Insanity right there. Seduce 12-9. And the assist there from Voltage with 13. Got 8-10 and then 8-9 for Hef with 7. That was some solid stuff. On the opposing team, Ads. Look, he put the controller down, started playing with his feet. 4 for 19. It's a rough start there for him in that Slayer. You can move up the list there. Zirkle, 7-7. He went even at least with 6 assists. Again for Colt, also even KD. And then as well, Bald, even KD, you know. So they went relatively close in that regard. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Ads was just hammered.
It felt like Ads really took one for the team there. He fell on the grenade for his boys, and he let all those deaths happen. But regardless of that, we've got quite a change coming up now, Josh. We have Empire Strongholds. This is the very first time we've seen Empire in this tournament. In the ANZ Regionals, this is Empire's debut. And what a fitting place to do it in the Grand Finals. Empire, of course, is Eden's younger, slightly less attractive brother, who's charming nonetheless. There, of course, it is Empire Strongholds. Immunity 50-35. I didn't see it being such a big score deficit, and I've already forgotten my predictions because, frankly, that's how I roll.
Well, I remember you disagreed with my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, so I've taken X5 in this one, so I think you've got Immunity taking Empire Strongholds. I feel that you're going to have X5 bouncing back. Like, they're just going to brush this aside. Immunity will probably have, you know, they're confident, but I feel they're going to have a false sense of security going to this one. And X5, once again, is going to get the jump. Once you get control of Empire, it's pretty hard to bounce back a lot of the time. I just want to, if I can, circle back on a pretty interesting point that Immunity and Exile5 in that Slayer, they were neck and neck the whole way, as we know, until it reached a certain part. And the scores were 23 all, I think. They were tied up at 23 all. And then we see Immunity pull ahead. They got 27 points in return for the 12 that Exile5 got. That's interesting right there, because
it's a very big deficit.
It was all because of that one snipe that Benno had, well, one run with the sniper, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, and the camo, of course. So it just was such a turnaround point, and it can really show that once you break a setup, get in their head, and then have a control of your own, it can turn the tide of the game quite dramatically, even with two titans of teams like this. And it's been said by many a person and many a player here that once Immunity have a lockdown, when they're set up, they are so hard to break. They are Fort Knox when they're set up. So yeah, of course, going now into a Strongholds game on Empire, I think Empire's a map where you can break a little easier, in my opinion. So I don't think Immunity will have the stranglehold, but again, I think, look, you can just see on your screen, Exile5, they don't care about the loss. They're happy. Ball's pumped. He's ready to get into it. I'm feeling X5.
Still feeling X5. I'm going to go with Immunity, hands down. I think this
hands
game.
Down.
I think this is another map. It feels like regret. Once you have the game pace under your control, it is almost impossible to get out of that one. So I'm going to respectfully disagree, and I'm going to go with my boys in Immunity for this one, because once again, these boys, once they're starting, you just can't stop them. Of course, on board with the man himself, Colt, who is also wearing a hat. Not all players like to wear hats indoors, but he's one of those guys. Now look at this, incredible start now for it looks like the boys in red. I believe somebody got the overshield. We can see Voltage tussling with members of the blue team there at the turbine, but he's going to be brought down there. Look, seeing what Benno's up to. Benno seems to be overwatching their red base. Now he's going to be pushing through bottom middle. There comes a charge. Blue base has got, is currently the only one in control for Exile5. Now again, for those of you at home who are unaware of what's happening, there are 3 distinctive points on the map called Strongholds. What basically you have to capture 2 of those at the same time in order to be collecting points. As you can see right now, Immunity are in control of 2 Strongholds, and they're going to be getting slowly but surely gathering points as Exile5 bleed out of this game very, very slowly. Now, this is a great start for Immunity. As you can see, that aggression, that's the secular nation of this map. It's a triple cap for them right now. They're going to be capturing double points every 2 points every 5 seconds, which is absolutely, 3 seconds, excuse me, absolutely huge for them. And it looks like Exile5 haven't quite got on the board yet. Let's see what Seduce is up to. Over in the red base, he's killing people, shooting them in the face. And looks like blue base is actually being captured. Red now being contested right now by Seduce. This looks like a pretty textbook start there from the guys in Immunity, Josh. I'm happy to see Seduce doing moves like that, but to be completely honest, I really enjoyed that.
That was such a dominant start there for Immunity. You know, I'm feeling a little bit of egg on my face. We'll just see how Exile5 respond in kind, though. I must confess, Exile5 had a pretty a bold move, a bold opening, sending 3 players towards the outside of the map, and instead of crushing in towards the middle, they didn't, and they kind of just gave overshield away, or so it seems. And I think that obviously changed the momentum at the beginning of this map, but as you can see, this is what I expected. They're coming back, they've got control, they've found their groove, and now they're about to get control of 2 Strongholds again, and once this bounces back and forth, which is what it will do, I think they're going to get the lead back. And as you can see, what are they at now? 19-22, 20-22. We'll just have to see how this one unfolds, because so far I'm seeing a fired up Exile5 squad, and Immunity now are on the back foot, and the Overshield is in control of Zirkle.
I love seeing Zirkle play this. Zirkle statistically is the best Strongholds player on his team as far as kills are concerned. He gets an average of 14 kills a game in Strongholds. I mean, that is nothing to sneeze at. It's very, very impressive stuff here, and you can see Immunity now are definitely on the back foot. That is the 2nd triple cap Exile5 have got. That means they have every single base in the game. And now it's merely a question of identifying where Immunity is coming from and stepping on their toes as quickly as possible, preventing them from gaining any momentum in this. And I'm actually very surprised to see IM have not moved in quite some time. This triple cap is not something you can let them have. And they basically have been silent for at least 10 seconds now. That's a lot of points being sort of whisked away. Zirkle dancing the good dance in the air. We still have 3 bases in control for Exile5. This is absolutely huge for them right now. IM have got nothing to do here. They've pushed in individually, one at a time, and they're just getting slayed and slayed and slayed. They're losing those one-on-one battles. And Exile5 seem to be walking this one straight to the bank.
I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. It might be a different map here, but you're talking about Exile5. In the semi-final, they faced a hard opponent. They came up against Prime. but they won their Rig Strongholds 100-30. They won their Plaza Strongholds 100-21. They are a dominant Strongholds team, and I just, as strong as Immunity are, I feel they were always destined to go down in this one if Exile5 kept their chin up after the Team Slayer. They did. They're on fire, and I expect that to turn into wildfire to completely cut down Immunity. We're seeing a little bit of life as Immunity comes back, but you can see they only have 2 strongholds for what seems like about 5 seconds before X5 answer back. And you've pointed it out. These players here from Exile5 are winning their individual battles. They've got some great positioning on the map, and they're able to maintain it. Now, this is where things get interesting, and this is what we saw in the previous map, Wrath. We saw Immunity get in their heads. Exile5, we saw in our screens, just lost about 5 gun battles in a row, right? They lost 5 gun battles in a row. Immunity now have a triple cap, but they need to turn it around. So right now is vital. Zirkle choked a little bit there and has lost pretty much all of his overshield, but this is the time to turn it around. If they don't turn it around, then I'll give it to you, Wrath. Immunity are going to start to walk away with it. But if Exile5 get their chin up, get 2 strongholds back in control, they should be able to take this one away.
I just want to point out, great play from Zirkle. They're capturing blue base, and his teammate in the pit in the middle stronghold position was literally a pixel away from getting the capture before being killed by a member of IM and preventing that from happening. Regardless of that, we still have Exile5 in 2 base control right now, and it looks like they're going for the 3rd. Pit is over 50% now. We're fast approaching 75, and they're going to grab that one. No, they're not. There is a player in there contesting it. He does get the kill on absolutely no shield. So clutch right there from Zirkle. I'm going to jump off of Zirkle for right now and have a look at Bald, who's also dead, and we'll see what Ads can do, because we're giving far too much love to that Zirkle, who's an absolute madman.
For good reason, you know, they're shaking up these guys of Immunity. Ads, he's composed, he's concentrating, but you can see he's still communicating, getting the comms out to his team. They aren't in control of this map overall, but he's got the scatter shot in hand. Shots out on Hef, going to weaken him. Unfortunately, missing that second one. Collects him with the 3rd. Now they should be able to move and take control of the pit. Indeed they do. They'll push over to blue base while the spawn is going to be happening behind them. And you can see here, great maneuvering by Ads to push into the blue base. They should be losing red base in just a second, but as you can see here, actually, this is a great move by Benno to pressure the player going into the blue base. So they won't get control of that, but Immunity will also try and push into red base across the map. But look at, actually, I didn't expect this. Ads actually spawned over inside of red base, and during all of this, they lost control of pit. So Immunity have done a good job to get control of the map once again and to flip things up a bit. But Exile5, as we know, still in the front, only by just over 10 points. Let's see if they can get that momentum back, because you've seen now, it's like a second phase of what we saw earlier, Wrath, with they're losing their momentum and Immunity starting to win those gun battles again.
See how this one changed. I think Az just burnt that overshield now. I want to check out Seduce. He's sitting there bottom middle. He did get a nice assist there, capturing the pit and keeping hold of it. Only 7 points away, and here we go. Scatter shot in his hands. This is not what you want to see. Seduce is a savage with that scatter shot. He misses very, very rarely. I know that sounds like a slightly unusual thing to say, but it is still a very distinct possibility that players can miss these shots. He is a very, very lethal player. He's a young gun. He's got the reactions of a cat right now, and you can see he's doing everything he can to be an absolute nuisance. He wants that blue base. Good position here. He's going to be stuck in a very, very tight spot, and just as I say it, I curse him and I bring him down. However, 79, or 80 now to 77. Immunity now are in the lead, and this game is very, very, very nearly finished. So it's an exciting time for them to be in control right now with those 2 positions. I want to see how Seduce does his best to defend blue base now. He's going to be doing a great job with Hef there, getting the defend. One-on-one with Zirkle now bottom middle. He's definitely going to be waiting for a teammate. Brilliant job there, staying alive, doing the damage. Hef comes in and saves the day. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Pit is now still in control for them, 88-77. The score is quickly changing for them. It's not getting any smaller right now for Exile5, and that is definitely not what she said. Blue base now being captured by the boys from Exile5, but is it too little too late? Ground pound comes in, and then he goes for the... That was a great play. I love that, using the split and the nade in the last-ditch attempt to save himself. But look at that, triple cap, and before you know it, this game is over. Incredible job there from Immunity. Again, we're celebrating a little bit prematurely, but we know it's finished. You know it's finished. A round of applause from the audience for what an exciting game and what an incredible turnaround.
Hey, I'm often wrong, and I'm wrong this time around. Immunity take away that Strongholds Empire, which was quite surprising to me given the comeback we saw from Exile5. I saw once they did that and they were trading off their kills, they would just walk away with that one when they had that first comeback. They got shaky, lost control, then they came back again, but then the second time around, they completely lost it. You saw X5 they weren't pushing together. They weren't deciding if they were going to go into pit or over into blue base, and they were just a bit all over the place. Their shots were still on, but they lost their composure. And as soon as you saw a little earlier, Ads lost the hype, and a couple of the players didn't just keep going with the energy they had, they kind of lost it from there. So, I mean, not as I predicted, but still relatively close. We are only going to be seeing, this is 3 games done so far, 2-1's your score. Up next, we will be having a Capture the Flag Coliseum, which I'm pretty sure that Immunity they don't really feel too good about their Coliseum CTF, is that right?
I don't think they do. It's definitely not one of their stronger game types, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt here, and I really think that these guys are going to do what they can to download the information they need and lock this one up. Now, a lot of love here for Hef. Hef's positioning throughout that entire series was beautiful. We saw a few moments where Sejuice would push bottom middle. He'd be engaging in a one-on-one battle with I think it was Zerkul at the time. And what did Sejuice do? He was fully aware of Hef's position. Hef could turn around. There he is, man himself, Sejuice. He did everything he could to jump behind the little sort of silo in front of blue base. And Hef comes out of nowhere, saves the day in a very sort of superhero-esque manner. And I just love seeing that kind of team-aware plays where he's listening to his teammates. He's very much aware of all their positions on the map, and he's doing everything he can to keep his boys safe and sound. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, he was great, but also Ben on your screen, he may look half asleep, but he can be a beast. The beast awakens there in that game, and they could still probably bring it here into this CTF Coliseum. Even after all that and what we've seen so far, I still have to say that I'm feeling Exile5 going into this one. They can bring it back, but look at the looks on these guys' faces. They've lost a little bit. They've just lost a little bit of the hype and the energy that they have. And they're going to need all of it. They're going to need it if they want to come back in this next game.
I quickly want to touch on the coaches. I don't want to touch the coaches, but don't get me wrong, they're beautiful men. But
I mean, as long as they consent.
As long as they consent. I want to give a shout out to...
No means no.
No means no. Unless you're James Bond, right? Unless you're James Bond, because no means yes. I want to give a shout out. There it is. There is the man himself, Dark. Shout out to Dark. I'm not sure how much of an impact these coaches are making on the game for these guys. No,
we don't actually know what you do, Dark.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
He's along for the ride.
What is he even doing here? No,
he's having a giggle too. He knows it.
But you know how you know that they're timing the power weapons for these guys. You know that they're doing their best to keep their heads in the game. But I'm just wondering about how much. There he is. There's Jack the Bun himself. I've been told that Jack the Bun is actually a hobbit, and that is not a sort of unusual racial slur. That's actually because he walks around with no shoes on, and he comes from Middle Earth, New Zealand. Excuse me. But that's the truth.
Accurate.
That's the truth. I think I want to know how much these guys value their coaches. Not so that I can jump in and take the spot and go to the World Championships with them or anything. But it's out there, boys. It's out there. If you want to coach, I'm your man. Give me a call. I'll sort you out afterwards. Maybe buy you a beer. We can chat later on.
It's interesting you bring up the topic of coaches because I think they're often underestimated, especially well, it's always LAN events, but I think they're underestimated in this level of competition. We all know what it's like, or a lot of people know what it's like to be a competitive gamer. Maybe not like officially, like in a team or anything, but a lot of people play online games that they're competitive in nature. And a lot of the time, you can't keep your cool. If you're someone who loves to win and you're losing, you will get agitated, or you'll get you'll just suck yourself out. It's always good to have someone on your team or in the comm system, such as a coach, that can just bring your head back, just help you to get past it, like your own little Dr. Phil, to try and keep you in the game. We are here, though, into the action. Nades are plenty, and look at that nade. Raph, did he just nade that snipe over to himself?
I almost exploded. Sejuice threw the perfect nade. He threw the perfect nade to get that one. And then he almost no-scoped him out of the air. That would have been the most... that would have been like... You've all seen the meme where the guy nades it's on Hang 'em High Halo 1. You've all seen the greatest Halo player of all time. That was almost the equivalent of Halo 5. But wait a minute. Just take a step back, take a deep breath. What's just happened? Exile5 have already moved the flag across the map, and Snipe is in the hands of Oz. Now it's definitely in the hands of Sejuice. He's going to take that one back. Thank you very much. I'm not going to change from Sejuice right now, but Immunity, flag capture already. I blinked and it was over. Are we seeing the same thing? Look at that. Snipe shots for one. He's going to get one. Daniel, the young man Seduce, is going to take another... No, he's not. Excuse me. He gets the hit marker, but he's not going to get the kill. Let's see how this develops. He's in a perfect position here. One, he gets the body shot. He's going to deal damage. This is incredible stuff here from him. They aren't moving the flag at this very moment, but he's in a wonderful position to keep them trapped in that cave side of their base now. And he's doing everything he can to stay alive. Brilliant start here from Immunity. I love what I'm seeing from them at this so far in this game, but at the same time, they tend to start flags very, very strong and then sort of whittle away and diminish mid-game.
We do see a flag being moved here for Immunity right now. Let's see if they can keep it going. The player threw it out. Benno's down there covering it. Voltage is taken down from up top snipe. Flag still being run right now. Hef gets the 5-shot on Zirkle. Voltage picks one up as well. There's going to be one player trying to stop it. It's Bald. Is he going to get the flag off there? No, he's not. Now you're going to be seeing a second cap on the board. Immunity answering back 2-0. Great start for them. And, you know, there's still nothing has impressed me as much as that nade to get that snipe over from Seduce.
That was the first combat evolved I've seen in ANZ tournament history, I must say. I really think that's it. I'm loving what Seduce is doing. I almost don't want to look away. However, Exile5 has pulled that flag. Let's jump on board and see where it went. It looks like it was brought down. What can the Kiwi Hope do for his boys right now? He's going one-on-one with Seduce, toe-to-toe. He did have the disadvantage, and he will be brought down there. It's still 2-0. What can his guys do? Colt, the man, the myth, the legend. Hats on indoors. Why don't we get him some sunglasses? Hef, flying through the air. Great job there. 3 down now. It looks like Ads has rockets. Let's see where Ads is going. Ads is going to be enjoying himself up here at top rocks. Goes for the long range. He learnt that one from Bald. He's not going to get hit anything here. But look at this push now. Exile5, all of them are in the base of Immunity. There goes the kills. Nice job here from Ads. He's in another position. He can smell the double. He's going to get it. The flag is currently on the move. Let's see who's pulling that flag. Of course, it's the Kiwi Hope. Can they bring this one in? It looks like all the members are in position. There's the Splinter Nades we've been talking about so much to block that one. Stealth capture for Exile5. Can I just say, that was one of the most textbook, picture-perfect flag captures I have ever seen.
You can definitely say that, because indeed it was. That was a great run by Exile5. They got control of the rockets, and you know, the first one was a bit shaky, but connected with Benno up there for the second. It cleared out the rocket side to get that one, and of course, they answered back. But now you are going to be seeing their Immunity. They're going to be on the back foot. There's a player over here from Exile5 in the base. Benno trying to clear him out. He spotted him, got some shots on. He's down low over on the rocket side, but he needs to pay attention to what's happening over on Snipe's side, because, of course, we did see there was going to be a player challenging his teammate. Hef goes down, but he picks up Ads in return of Exile5. The flag here has been run for Immunity. It's just in front of Snipe, but you can see there it looks like it will be returned. No, I think it's... Would it be actually still being run? Voltage picked up the double right there, so we should still be seeing a flag run, I do believe, and there it is. Immunity take that one 3-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Download complete.
I stand corrected.
Download complete.
I stand corrected.
I can't believe it. 3-1. I just want to put this into perspective now. That's 3 games in a row from Unity. I mean, they've been close. They've been closely contested games. We had 50-30. Well, actually, wait a minute. I take that one back. It was 50-35 Rig TS, 177 on the Strongholds game, and now 3-1 Coliseum CTF. What has happened at Exile5? They're still hitting hard. They're still playing well, but it just seems Immunity has that extra 10%. They have that tiny bit more. They have an eye for the opportunity, and once they get those kills, they pull those little moments of gameplay magic out. Although, hats off to Exile5, one of the most immaculate flag runs, captures, slays, you name it, I've ever seen. It was just glorious to watch.
Unfortunately for them, this time it's quantity over quality, and Immunity are going to get the win there. We're going to be looking at the stats right now. Everyone on single-digit kills, because Immunity just wanted to end the game that fast. Every party needs a pooper, and this time it's going to be Immunity, but for all the right reasons, as they wrap this thing up in 4 minutes, 4 seconds. It was a great map from them, and overall, just consistent team effort. Can I just, for the 3rd time, circle back to that nade from Seduce? Like, that's Halo 1 era stuff there, nading the weapons towards you. Like, I remember playing Hang 'em High and nading the sniping stuff towards you. Like, that's insanity. And, you know, here they're doing it in the top stage of the ANZ Regional, and here it is. Here are these nades. Thank you, FedEx Express delivery, and almost connects with the shots right there.
That would have been something real special if we managed to land that one.
I would have flipped this table and gone, and yeah, I would have kissed him against his will.
We
He
would have
would've liked it.
Well, okay. Again, consent. We're always back to consent.
Oh, yeah,
kissing,
I forgot about
kissing
that.
players. Can I circle back, because I want to keep talking about the coaches. I feel like in that game especially, the coaches probably played a very, very big role for their teams. Having that extra set of eyes that can overwatch all 4 screens and go, okay, you guys are on snipe side, you're on the rocket side, and they can help coordinate those flag runs and help coordinate where the flag should go, and help identify where those kills should be coming from and whatnot. It makes me really think. I harken back to the glory days where I think of coaches like Triple X on Carbon, or I think of Toei now on Evil Geniuses. You know that these players are definitely making a difference for these teams. And there's the man himself, Jack the Bun. He helped get that ring to Mordor. He helped get it all the way into Mount Doom. He made a promise, Mr. Freddo. I'm going to stop with that now because Jack's actually a lovely guy, and I don't think he looks like a hobbit in the slightest. Irrelevant of that, I think coaches make a difference, especially if that coach has a history with the team, knows how they play, spends a lot of time with them, especially in games and matchmaking on Skype calls and any sort of...
I think this is accurate for both of these coaches.
Exactly. I feel like they've got a lot of history. Obviously, Jack the Bun is actually a former player of Exile5. He was competing. He competed at AVT Gaming. And Dark, I'm assuming, has been a fan of IM or possibly a player. He's definitely...
think he was a player.
He was definitely, maybe not a player for IM, but definitely a player who has played with them or against them at some point in his career. So again,
over the years,
that knowledge is just, it's so invaluable for them right now. So I'm props to the coaches. Everyone who was here for the weekend who was a coach, who sat through, many, many games. Round of applause for them. You've made it this far. You've helped your boys. And yeah, you might not be going to the World Champs, but at least you all tried, and that really is what matters.
What's interesting now as we dive back into this series, up next, we have a Team Slayer on Regret. Now, I'm aware, I've got my predictions wrong in these last 2. I expect Exile5 to take them. But in this one, I thought, I've got here on my notes, X5/IM, because I'm not sure who was going to take it. Given the momentum that Immunity now have and what we've seen so far, I'm kind of feeling that Immunity might take it. This was always a tough one for me to call. And it is going to be very, very tough either way. But Immunity obviously looking for this sweep after losing that first game.
They're definitely looking for that sweep. And if the precedent is anything, we know that these guys, IM, are absolute slaughterhouse masters of this map. We saw the game against Authority where they ran the most brutal pain train through them. The brakes were broken. The driver was screaming for help. That pain train was just running through Authority. But given the performance we saw on, Empire, I think that Exile5 can break out of that spawn cycle. So I'm super excited to see how this one unfolds. Look at this activity already. The nades are out. It looks like we're trading kills. It's 2-2 already. Colt's going to have that OS. No, he's not. He's going to be killed. But he did burn it. Huge stuff there. Bald's still alive. He's somehow still alive. Hev's going to get that double. Let's see what Hef's getting up to now as he goes for the Fuel Rod Cannon.
Yeah, if you're not going to get the overshield, at least burn it. So Exile5 did that perfectly, and now you've got Immunity. Look, they're on the pain train right now, and we'll see how they get control of this one to start with. We always jump into communication during about halfway through the map, but I want to see how these teams open up, especially Team Immunity, because Raph, we talked about communication. Exile5 slowed down, it seems, a little bit. Let's see what Immunity sounds like when they're one map away from taking the grand final.
Behind me, behind me.
I'm turning around.
Top fuel, I gotta shot him at top.
Yeah, he's weak.
I can't push him.
Under fuel, Bold. He's weak. Nice, Benno.
One hit, I can't get him.
One shot under fuel.
Back up. I'll get him.
He's dead.
I need help. One fin, my fin.
Yeah, stay light, Taj.
Colt's weak.
You got no help for ages, Taj.
They're gonna be spawning red still.
Coming, Taj.
Top mid to Arch now.
One hit, top red.
Benno, I'm gonna come help.
There's 2 1-shot on that fin. 2 1-shot red fin. 2 1-shot red
Red's
fin.
looking at me. One shot, DMR.
We're two dead.
They're alive. Top fuel. Top arch
Red
down.
bridge,
And top middle.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
I'm flanking.
Top red weak ads.
Stay alive, Benno. Stay alive, Benno.
Nice, Benno.
I got a split.
Under red.
Top middle, Colt.
Still a guy under red, I think.
Colt 2 shots top middle, my bad.
On me.
Top red weak.
Are they in blue?
He's going Arch, red
There's
Arch.
one coming red arch, yeah. 2 red arch, 2 there.
There's one below me as well.
Group up.
They're going to be Archer top mid.
There's 3 on red arch, I think. Stay alive.
One top
Blue
fuel.
fin, blue
Look
fin,
fuel.
blue
Stay
fin.
alive.
Ovi's coming up.
Somebody look blue fin.
Ovi's coming up. It's at
I'm
49.
gonna fight the fin. Stay alive.
One shot on the fin. One shot on the fin.
I got him. There's another
One
one.
shot on the fin. I trade. No. Yeah, I did.
2. There's one under blue.
Ovi in 15. Ovi in 10.
And there's one
It's at 50, 49 around there.
They got fuel.
I can't see any.
Under you.
Top mid with fuel.
I'll go for it.
Ovi's up in 4 seconds.
Yeah.
One.
There's another one low on OV. On OV now. On OV.
I burnt it. 48.
48. Roger.
Last one. I'm push fuel.
Might be top blue.
Yeah. In red.
I'm sitting here. Yep, front red.
They got fuel, we got fuel.
He's
There's
one
two
hit.
there.
Two coming to Barge. Two
One
coming
hit,
to Barge.
one
Two coming
hit.
to Barge. Oh, my bad.
Fuel's on DMR.
Fuel's coming
One's
out.
one shot. One's one shot.
Colt's one shot.
Two to Barge, guys.
We're
Alright,
three.
let's
We're
pick
three
it
dead.
up, guys. Let's work together.
You're three dead. You're three dead.
Where they going?
Push into your top fuel, top fuel. There's two there. There's two there.
One went top mid. Top mid. Both weak. Both weak.
Top mid still touch.
Both weak. Both really weak. Top
Guys,
mid.
stay alive, stay alive.
Derek's one.
Back up.
Two shots.
We're two dead. Still one
Stay
top
alive.
mid.
Just wait. Just wait.
They're pushing blue, but there's no one there.
Add fuel.
arch.
Add to top
Hold one
top
shot.
fuel with
Hold
top.
one shot top arch. Hold one
Add
shot
top
top arch.
fuel.
Yeah,
Hold up. I'm gonna
top
push
fuel
top Barge.
looking
Stay
at us.
alive. Stay alive.
I'm one shot. I can't help anyone.
Yep. One here, Dan.
Weak on
Two
arch
here,
now.
two
There's
here,
two.
two here.
I got flank. I got flank. I got flank.
Both weak.
And
Nice.
there we go with the listen in. Can I just bring to attention how incredibly loud Dark is? Dark is, of course, Immunity's coach. For those of you at home listening, he was definitely the loudest player in that listen in, and he was really making a difference for his team. He was calling out the power weapon times. I know they're displayed on screen, but irrelevant of that, he did a great job keeping in track of the power weapons, watching all screens, making sure he understood where it was burned.
What was more important was how he was saying what players were dead and their positioning.
Love it.
And it really echoed what you said before, Raph, about the coaches.
Big fan of the coach work from Dark. Shoutouts to him and his YouTube channel. I'm sure his predictions were fairly on point. He's a real staple of the community, and we love his work. Speaking of staples, here comes Benno, and he's got his stapler out, and he's going to be filing some paperwork on the murders that they're witnessing right now. 24-24, this is a completely different game. I'm so impressed by how well Exile5 are handling the ruthless aggression of Immunity on this map. They are dealing with those spawn cycles, and they're adapting very well to how this one plays.
Well, look, it's funny because now we're seeing the turnaround from Exile5. They're now 3 kills in front. I'd actually love a listen-in with Exile5 because we heard Immunity just before, and obviously their communication was on point, mostly from Dark. But Exile5, they're playing for their lives. This is potentially their last map if Immunity take the win in this one. So Exile5 ahead by 4. Let's have a look at how their communication is going down.
One shot, absolute.
Under red, one shot. Under red.
It's going red.
One shot here, guys. Blue arch.
Adam, blue arch,
You right, Jake?
Bottom red, absolute. Nah, I'm not.
He's absolute again, Jake. Fuck.
Shot on me, man. Nice. I'm not absolute. Got him. Two shot, bottom red. Oh, nice, man.
Blue arch.
Nice, Adam. Stay alive. I'm top arch, Adam. Go in top mid. He's looking for you.
Yeah, one needles going into blue.
Yeah, dude, red, blue needles. Blue needles weak. Blue needles, 2 shot there. Oh. Watch out, blue needles.
Top P. P2 with a Fuhrer. 2 top P. 2 P2.
I'm hiding. It's one red.
Watch out. Top mid, Hayden. He knows you. He's coming behind you. He doesn't know you there, though.
Oh, shit. Red arch with Fjord, man.
Red pink as well.
Yep, red needles right now with Fjord.
Nice, Noah. Nice.
Red arch right now with Fjord.
Try help P2. Help him at arch, dude.
Watch out, bottom mid. On the crack, 1 shot voltage.
I would just stay alive there, dude. Nice.
Red bridge. Oh, nice. Blue needles. Red top mid. On PP, on PP.
Arch with shots, guys. He's got shots here. Yeah, I got shots. He's 1 shot. Nice, I got him. And red as well. Seduce. They're going to spawn there. Oh, thank you. Oh, and I got you covered, dude.
I'm here.
Oh, bro, that listen-in was mean. Exile5 coming back, 38-34. There was some great shots, bro.
So many great shots, bro. I was absolutely loving that listening just to see the comparison between Exile5 and Immunity's communication. Exile5, they are a team of powerhouses who love getting excited. They love getting the voices up, and you can hear the nature of their communication is completely different to the sort of calm and very cool communication of Immunity. So that was pretty fun to listen to, but can I just bring us back to the score? 40-37. This game is definitely going down to the wire. This is absolutely everything on the line now for Exile5. I want to jump on board.
I have to interrupt. What happened to Overshield? Where'd it go? Because that's going to be vital at this stage in the game. I think it might have been picked up there. There's a player, whoever's got the fuel rod cannon also has the Overshield. It's going to be Seduce, and he's going to be bringing it to the party. They are 2 points behind. 40-42 is the score. But you can see here this fuel rod coming into play. He's also still got half his Overshield left. Immunity can utilize this together to come back and get the lead. Seduce, he's gone huge. Still plenty of Overshield. They're 1 kill behind. Seduce leading the charge here for the Immunity squad. They might turn this around and wrap this series up right here. You can see though, Exile5 are dying before Seduce can even get to them. And when he does run into them, he goes on killing sprees. Now they have the lead, 44, now 46. They're just dropping like flies here, Exile5. They had a great turnaround, but Immunity, they strike the match. The wildfire's going. Now they're trying to wrap things up. 3 kills to go. Make that 2. This is really going down here for Immunity. Exile5, they're left scratching their heads. They can't come back in this one, or so it seems. And this, finally, we've come down to the slow mark. Can Exile5 bounce back? They've picked up 1. Now that's 2. Ads and Zirkle teaming up 48-45, but 2 kills back-to-back. It's wrapped up. Team Immunity are your ANZ Regional Final champions.
What a game. What a series. What a competition. The Halo World Championship Tour Sydney has done nothing but fill trousers full of excitement. My good God, look at that Immunity. What an incredible series there. They were going to close that one out 4-1. I didn't quite see it being so one-sided towards the end of that, but that final game was just a nail-biter. Incredible stuff there. It really was a seduced show for quite some time, and that is exactly what he did to us. He seduced us all with those lightning gameplays. Incredible, incredible pushes. And that overshield play, he had the overshield and the Fury Rod for quite some time, and he did nothing but obliterate with it. That was some exceptional play there. An incredible job from Immunity. Look at them. They've got to be pleased with themselves. They've just netted 7,500 Australian dollars. Yeah?
US
dollars.
US believe. So basically, they've got enough to put a deposit down on their house now.
That's it. There you go.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe exaggerating, but no, it is a quite a sum of prize money for these guys. 5,000 to our runners-up, Exile5. But both of them should be very happy. They've claimed their spots in the Halo World Championship Finals over in the States, the good old US of A. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait to root our boys on as they represent both Australia and New Zealand over in the US. And I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time that a New Zealand team will have made it over, besides Australia and New Zealand, overseas. Because, look, we're basically states of each other. Overseas, over into the US to participate in a world final. So they must be feeling amazing right now, and you can't overlook that. But, look, credit where credit is due. Immunity take the grand final 4-1 with a 50-45 Slayer on regret. And that is a great way for Immunity to wrap up the weekend.
I had a feeling that Immunity would walk away with it in this stage of the tournament. I'm not going to rub it in anyone's faces. There's no point, because essentially the other predictions were wrong.
I just had the Kiwi hope.
The Kiwi hope. But look, both teams have outdone themselves this weekend, and they will both be representing the region in the grand finals of the Halo World Championship. Can I just say, what a time to be alive as a Halo player.
I know, right?
Really. What a time.
It's been overused in recent times, the hashtag #WeBack, but I think, at least for our region, we can say that now.
I think we're definitely back. Now, speaking of going back, let's go back in time and have a quick look at one of Benno's plays from this series.
Yeah, I mean, this is where he was going off. This is that no-scope that really changed the entire momentum of that game. You know, it was over like that. If you blinked, you missed it. But when he took down Bald and then control of that Cambo a little later on, that's where Exile5, they just fell off the face of the world, fell off that map. But of course, I feel that has nothing to do, I feel that it has nothing on the next highlight we're going to see, which will be Team Captain Hef with his triple kill. This was, of course, over on that last map, where he's going to pick up 1, shuts down the player going for the overshield, and this was right off the start. You're going to see a triple kill there from him. I mean, that was a great way to start off, and that's why there was such a deficit to Exile5 right off the start of that Regret Team Slayer.
Colt did burn the OS, but it didn't make a difference because they had so many kills in position, and straight away it was Fury control, followed by grabbing a couple of BRs, and after that, it was very much poetry in motion, rinse and repeat, until the end of the game where it became very, very close, and Seduce really came out of his shell, put on the overshield coat, got stuck out there in the cold, and really fuel-rodded his way to victory. So that was amazing stuff from Immunity there.
Indeed it was, and I mean, to go through all of the action that happened, who better to have a chat with than the captain of Team Immunity? For an interview with him, I'm going to throw it to Sandman at the main stage.
Thank you very much, Josh. Yes, I am down here at the main stage with what I must admit is a very handsome group of gentlemen. They are your champions, Team Immunity. Hef, after a rough start, you must admit, to that grand final, you guys pulled through, picking up 4 rounds straight. How are you boys feeling right now?
Ecstatic, man. We're just over the moon. We knew we didn't come here. We knew what we could do, but just feeling now, knowing that we actually did achieve it, it's just amazing. All those months of hard work paid off. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, you've done a lot of hard work. Now, you have a lot of hard work still to do. You're going through as the #1 seed from the ANZ region. You're our representatives. You guys are going to put in the hard yards. Where do you think you're going to come at Worlds? Are you going to do us proud?
We're hoping to push that top 4. We know we can do it if we play our game, so that's what I aim. I mean, obviously, #1 would be nice and could happen, but top 4 would be wonderful.
I think we're all hoping the same thing. I'd love to see both you and Exile5 in there in the top teams at the Halo World Championship. Benno, you've been playing very, very well lately. We've seen you back and forward with some other games. You're back with Halo now, where you belong. How are you feeling after today?
Yeah, really good. I'm just happy the team was able to pull through. I think I sort of struggled a bit individually on some games and then picked it up on others. So that's one thing in Halo 5 we've just got to work on going towards Worlds. So.
Well, you boys have a little bit of time now. I'd like to invite John from 343 Industries to come on over here and present you guys with your championship bouquets. I must admit, they are actually pretty cool. There's a lovely blue flower in the middle there, very Australian. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your ANZ regional champions. It is Team Immunity. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us here on the main stage. I'm going to pass it back over to the boys on the desk to wrap up today.
Congratulations once again to Team Immunity. Thank you, Sam, man, having a chat with the guys there. Your champions for the Halo World Championship Tour Sydney are Immunity. They, along with Team Exile5, will be heading over to the States to compete against the best in the world. You can see how this bracket unfolded. Prime went down to Exile5 4-1. Same could be said for Authority to Team Immunity. And that 4-1 scoreline repeats again, the triple, as Immunity take down Exile5 in that grand final. Your ANZ regional champions, Team Immunity. What a way to finish a fantastic day of competitive Halo.
It's safe to say that this tournament was all for one and one for all in many senses of the word.
What you did there, I see it.
Yeah. Here we see the placements. Of course, Immunity, they managed to net themselves $7,500. Exile5 walking away with a safe $5K. And of course, Authority and Prime walking away with a sizable chunk of change themselves for their 3rd and 4th places, respectively. Of course, Citadel and Rain did an amazing job of making it this far, but alas, commiserations for them. They didn't quite make it all the way into the money. But of course, the real prize, Josh, the real coveted prize, which everyone was gunning for, was that qualification spot for World Finals. And of course, you can see there on your screen, Immunity and Exile5 will be representing the ANZ region. And I don't have enough to say about how happy I am to see those teams make it.
I'm ecstatic for both of these teams to make it. I mean, much love to Immunity. I've always loved you guys, and congratulations for making it. But there's a special place in my heart for the Kiwi brothers. They've finally made it to the world stage, and I can't wait for them to really fight the good fight against, the world's best. There's going to be 16 of the best teams in the entire world fighting it out for that $2 million plus prize pool that we already know. Look, before we wrap this up, what are some of your highlights from the weekend, Raph? Because this is, from today, this has been an amazing day of Halo.
It's been one of the best days of Halo I've ever been a part of, and it's been a pleasure to be here. And everyone from the crew, from the fans and the audience, it's been some show that's been put on here, and it's been incredible to be a part of Halo history. But as far as highlights go, I'm going to give one to Bald for that no-scope on Plaza TS.
I reckon you're going to say the exact... If you've got 2, they're probably going to be the same as me. Go ahead, that's the first one, Bald.
One. But my other one, honestly, it was the flag cap on COLISEUM TS. Again, it's Exile5 again. The flag cap on COLISEUM TS.
Well, I've got something different.
COLISEUM TS, CTF. Excuse me, it's been a long day. COLISEUM CTF, that last flag cap against IM. Although IM walked away with that one 3-1.
He got the stealth capture, as you know.
Stealth cap, splinter nade placement, rockets from Az, the double. It was just immaculate.
It was beautiful. And mine, in that same game, had to be Seducer's nades to get control of that snipe. We're seeing some Combat Evolved stuff right there, and it was great to see back. But look, when it comes to highlights, we saw so many over the weekend, and I'm sure many people will be checking out the VODs. But look, that is going to be wrapping things up here. Guys at home, we really appreciate you tuning in. #WeBack. Halo is definitely dominating right here, and I can't wait to see our 2 teams, Team Immunity and Exile5, represent the ANZ region at Worlds, where you'll have 16 of the best teams duke it out. Make sure you do check out the website, halo.gg, for all information of upcoming regionals and, of course, the Halo World Championships. Follow the conversation on Twitter with that hashtag HaloWC as well. But for us, that's all she wrote on behalf of the ESL Australia team here, live from Sydney, Australia, and my co-casters, Raph and Hoggy. I'm in Maniac. We'll see you next time.